Was he on that reality TV show?
Ed who?
Ed Clark? Yeah, he totally went to high school with my mom's best friend.
Oh, I know Ed. I know Ed Clark. He's the guy at the end of the hall, right?
He's cooler than Jack Hanna, and I know him.
Ed who?
Who is Ed?
Who is Ed Clark? I think that is a very complicated question.
President and co-founder of the Wildlife Center of Virginia.
He's our president. The big cheese.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
He's a conservationist.
Television personality.
Bourbon connoisseur extraordinaire.
He's a motivational speaker.
Teacher, friend, adventurer extraordinaire, world traveler.
He has a degree in political science. He's an equestrian.
First thought, really cool cargo pants.
Wasn't he a realtor at one point?
He's a clogger. He clogs.
And he used to have a red motorcycle that he used to drive around. And I don't know if he does. Does he still have that?
He's a gun enthusiast.
Have we mentioned that he likes bourbon yet?
A parrot head.
Oh, a singer. No, definitely not a singer.
5'10", glasses.
I don't think I can. I'm sorry.
In 1982, Ed co-founded the Wildlife Center of Virginia.
7 years before I was born.
Little known fact. When the center was formed, it was actually named I have to look at my notes for this, the Shenandoah Valley Wildlife Treatment and Rehabilitation Center. A name that will live in nobody's memory.
Who is Ed Clark?
Why? Does he owe you money?
He's some kind of master creator of this amazing wildlife center.
Ed Clark made the happiest place on earth, called the Wildlife Center.
Does Ed still work here at the Wildlife Center?
Ed had worked here for years.
Do you want my honest answer?
I'd say fair to partly cloudy.
Fair to partly cloudy.
Fair to partly cloudy.
Well, he doesn't come in on the weekend, so it's pretty easy.
Having a conversation with Ed is like taking a sip from a fire hose.
Well, wait. Does he still work here?
Well, when he's not in his field office.
He's off doing Ed Clarky things and helping save wildlife, but not necessarily at the Wildlife Center.
You know, Ed says he hires the best people and then gets the hell out of their way.
Let's get the second part down. What's it like to work with Ed Clark? It's interesting, it's entertaining, it's rewarding. It's inspirational in that he has the ability to inspire and engage people in a significant and important way.
I grew up knowing all about Ed Clark when I was a kid, and I remember thinking, like, that's really cool that he does all that stuff, working, helping to save wildlife. He's kind of, in a way, kind of ahead of his time when it comes to conservation.
Working for Ed Clark it is truly a joy. I've always been inspired by him, and he hates for me to tell the story of the fact that I saw him do a program when I was in elementary school, and it did inspire me to work with wildlife. And so now as an adult, I've been able to be here at the center with him for 15 years. He has seen me get married and have 4 children, so I feel like I've grown up with him, and it is very inspiring.
Ed Clark has a very inspiring energy, and if I ever need a reminder about why we do what we do, I just listen to Ed Clark do an interview.
Ed Clark is one of the most incredible incredible people in wildlife, the wildlife nation, worldwide wildlife nation. He is a great creator of things to help wildlife, and he's very forward-thinking, and he's so good, so charismatic at getting people together and talking to them about wildlife.
Ed's one of the few people I know in life you can ask him any question about any subject, and it doesn't have to be animals. It can be politics or anything else, and he can do a half an hour standing on his head about any topic, which I appreciate. He's been a great advocate for animals, wildlife, and he's been a great source of information for me.
Ed is visionary. He has the unique ability to see things from a really big picture angle, and then he empowers his people to make it happen.
Ed is the intellectual father of the Wildlife Center of Virginia, and in some sense is some kind of father for the family of people who have worked and work here. I think lots of people throw around the phrase, work as a family, and blah, 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 and all that. Ed really takes that responsibility seriously and pays attention to people and keeps in touch with and pays attention to people who used to be here, who used to be part of the family. So he's our father figure.
He's very concerned with what happens to his employees even after they leave the Wildlife Center. He wants them to have, productive lives, and he wants to make sure that they're following their goals.
One of the most impressive things I think about Ed is that he really backs up his employees and really supports us. When I worked at the front desk, I always knew that I had someone at my back that I could really count on. And I think it's really important for a leader to really show that he cares about his employees, and that is one thing that Ed has down to an art.
It is never boring living with Ed. Our house is a busy place. There's constant activity. Ed makes life fun. We, as most of everyone here knows, we have lots of animals, so we have a large animal family. So when we say that the fur is flying, it doesn't necessarily mean we're fighting. It just means that life is normal.
Very nice, very sweet, very energetic, but he's also very unique. He's the type of person that once you meet him, you're not going to forget him.
Oh, working with Ed, it's a blast. No doubt about it. He always has some joke to tell us, always making us laugh. So why wouldn't anybody welcome Ed into their board?
Ed Clark is a man who's really become a friend of mine. Of course, we all know him as the wonderful director and co-founder of the Wildlife Center, but as a volunteer since, November of 2003, Ed and I became friends outside of the center through his lovely wife, Kim. And so two of my worlds kind of collided with the two of them. So it's been a wonderful friendship, and I love him a lot.
Ed's beyond words.
Happy birthday, Ed.
Happy birthday, Ed!
Happy birthday, Ed. Hope it's a great one.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday, Ed. We're happy to celebrate with you.
Happy birthday, old timer.
Congratulations and happy birthday. You're just a young spring chicken as far as I'm concerned.
Happy birthday, Ed. I hope it's a blast.
Happy birthday, Ed!
Ed, happy birthday.
I'd like to wish him the greatest happy birthday ever, and one thing I don't worry about, he will enjoy it.
Happy 65th birthday. I know in your mind you are not a day older than me.
Happy birthday, Ed, from Jerry and Charlotte.
Hope your birthday is fair to partly cloudy.
I hope your day is not fair to partly cloudy, but a joyous, awesome, amazing day filled with friends and love and celebration. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Ed. I hope you have a blast. It's just been a blast working at the Wildlife Center, and hoping this video doesn't get me fired.
Hey Ed, Jim Skluzak here. Just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. I'll never forget that time when you let our daughter Kelly release that Peregrine Falcon at the gala weekend that time. Many thanks to you and the center. Hey Debbie, come here.
What?
Come here.
Right now?
Right now. It's only going to take a minute.
Why, I need to answer this question on the discussion.
Don't you want to say happy birthday to Ed?
Ed who?
Happy birthday, Ed.
Happy 65th birthday.
I want to wish Ed the happiest of birthday. It's just really hard to get old, and we try to deny it every day. So let's just, join the crowd, Ed.
Happy birthday, Ed, from New York's finest, all right?
Hello, Ed. This is Mary Jane Moeller speaking, and I'm here in my cabin in Northeast New York, north of Lake George, New York. And I'm here with my daughter, Jean, and we are in a little room in my cabin that I have dedicated to you and to the Wildlife Center of Virginia. And it's on your 61st birthday, and this is in a remembrance of you and all you have done throughout the world.
Happy birthday, Ed!
Happy birthday, Ed. I really love being one of your volunteers, and I'm standing outside here in hopes that a bird will sing for you.
Happy birthday to you, Ed Clark.
Happy birthday!
Let's sing it.
Happy birthday to you!
Happy birthday, Ed.
Yahoo!
Happy birthday, Ed.
Happy birthday, Ed.
Happy birthday, sweetheart. You make life fun. You make it wonderful. I don't know what I would do without you.
Hello, everybody. It's Estonia, our beautiful nature, and as well, one of our most important cultural things, sauna. So, what we do in sauna? We take water, throw it on the hot rocks, and then we feel the burning sensation. I hope the lens didn't get too wet. Wow, that's hot. Ooh. Anyways, coming back to the topics, Ed, you're getting old. Personally, I have had very nice experience with you, and then I hope to see you soon in here, in the sauna, where we take some brushes and start to slap. That's good. Come. This is very good especially for an old body. Keeps the young firm to the lake.
Happy birthday, Ed. I hope that your day is fantastic, and drink some Eagle Rare for me, and know that up here in Canada that we're thinking about you.
Hey, Ed! We thought it was about time your Canadian friends wished you a happy birthday, eh?
You know Canada, the little country north of America, America's chook.
Happy birthday! Oh, sorry about that, Ed.
And we're really sorry about Justin Bieber.
Feliz cumpleaños, Ed. Un abrazo.
Hola, Ed. Feliz cumpleaños. Que pases un buen día. Pura vida.
С днем рождения, Эд.
Дорогой Эд, с днем рождения. Привет из России.
Happy birthday, Ed, coming to you all the way from Edinburgh.
it's never too late to have a happy childhood.
Where there's a will, we want to be in it.
Where there's a will, we want to be in it.
Well, there you go.